you
I've had a messed up life. Yeah.
said, surely a high body count is desirable for most guys because you can give him the best gluck
Oh no.
of his life.
What?
It's funny because I've never slept with anyone.
Huh?
What?
You're a
Now
virgin?
the
Yeah.
lies are stacking.
You liar!
The lies are stacking up.
Wait, what about the guy with the Lamborghini?
I was just
You
about
never
to say,
slept with
I
him?
never slept with him.
This chick's full of shit.
Yeah, they're
9
really
months?
stacking up now.
Yeah.
We're willing to let the curb stomp go, but this one we're not going to let
I
go.
don't need to lie.
You don't need to.
You
I
do
don't want
OnlyFans.
to lie. This is the time where I get to come on here and talk about my messed up life.
Wait, so a couple questions here. So you've been diagnosed by a psychiatrist with bipolar, is that correct?
Yeah.
With borderline personality disorder too. Someone DM'd me and said that people typically don't have both of those.
Exactly.
No,
Like,
First
and in
off,
fact, in
fuck.
order to be diagnosed with one, I think they have to preclude that you have the other diagnosis.
No.
But in any case, not the most important quarrel I have. But so you claim you have bipolar and BPD.
Yes.
And these have been borderline personality disorder.
Yeah.
And you used to be addicted,
I mean,
or sorry, not just excuse me. You used to do. Is that correct?
yeah.
What did you used to do?
I mean, I did a lot of.
Okay.
That's.
Drinking.
No, not really. I don't-
But you smoke marijuana. Is
yeah,
that
I
correct?
drink, but not like.
Any other drugs?
I've done shrooms.
Any psychedelics, hallucinogens?
The shrooms is a psychedelic.
Yeah.
But no,
When did you start drinking?
I drank when I was 15.
What and how soon did you start doing taking substances?
That was 15 too.
Okay. When were you diagnosed with bipolar and BPD?
I think I was 12. The bipolar was recently because they were able to actually diagnose it. But
Going back to this Lambo story, when you said cheated on, he was sleeping with your best friend.
yeah, they were
Mm.
doing the deed. I guess.
Are you
'cause I
religious?
wasn't- No, I'm not. But I guess because I wasn't doing it.
You're not religious?
No,
What, so you claim you're a virgin,
I am, but it's not for any reason. I just haven't wanted to do
despite you having been in relationships.
it. Yeah, I've slept with women. So I don't know, but it's not a.
I don't know if that, depending on what you did, I don't know if that necessarily makes you a virgin, but you've not slept with a men.
No.
At least you claim so. Well, I find this dubious because I think, look, I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist. One component of bipolar and BPD, there is a sort of sexual impulsivity that's associated with these two diagnoses. You also claim to have been a drug user. It's not typically common that people engage in these sorts of vices like cocaine use, but also don't also engage in other sort of risky and dangerous behavior. Sexual intercourse.
So
which,
mine wasn't sex, it was more so making out with people. And it's very weird. So I had just had this conversation the other day. I had to have made out with about 400 people, and it was a big problem. You think I'm lying?
You're a
which is
fucking
so
liar!
messed up.
You're a fucking liar!
You
I'm
do
sitting here being honest.
you do OnlyFans
Yeah,
as
I
well?
She does. Oh,
But I do
Yeah.
solo
See, oftentimes
content.
you get these sort of tactics or strategies that come on the show, and they'll have a persona that they're playing, whether it's a virgin or whether it's a fake conservative or whatever. And I think that this
Yeah.
is just merely a persona that you're playing,
I could've
because
come on
nothing
here.
checks out. If you were doing all of the drugs for years and you were doing all these messed up things, and you're trying to tell me that you never ever engage in sexual activity,
Why is
seems-
that a big deal that I haven't?
because those things tend to go
'Cause
together.
it's dubious.
but they
live
don't
together.
go together with every single person.
Well, generally they tend to all live together in the same sort of household.
Well, that wasn't the case for me.
So what content do you do on OnlyFans?
I do solo content.
In this
So
case.
I haven't.
So you
moved
never
on
have
to-
a with a man?
No, with a
Not
woman,
even
yes.
oral? Not even
No.
oral? Not even...
No.
Okay.
No.
Not
I
even?
don't know. I
Doesn't
believe
even
it.
have
I
the
believe
tattoo.
her. I believe you. I believe her.
Thank you. What the fuck?
I think it kind of would go with so because depending on your clientele, you could essentially. I mean, I'm not into that world, but I would think that maybe people auction off their virginity sometimes. That
You think that
No.
OnlyFans is an auction of virginity?
No, I'm saying
think
that
it's a big pool of
I'm saying
virgins,
that
or
it
just
wouldn't be surprising if
putting a
somebody
number on
did
it?
and said that they were a virgin.
Said that they were a virgin, yeah, but not are a virgin.
Right, but then
He's
it-
confused because of her mental stage and use. That's why he said that it's kind of difficult to stay virgin when you're taking drugs and you're a psycho. You know,
not
I
because
know.
of fans or
It's not because of the fans.
no, I'm saying like
For
I
sure,
would
you can be a
understand
virgin
you can
and
be a
do
virgin and do OnlyFans, and I
yeah,
think
if
that
you're
that
some
was
psycho locking yourself somewhere in Nebraska or whatever,
You're just busy
and
doing
you're
drugs.
really
know, so-
scared of the human
so
being,
I
and you
tend-
just by yourself in front of the camera. Of course, you
Yeah,
can be.
so I tend to just go off of what's evidenced. So I'm not saying one way or the other.
There's not
right?
really a way to see if it's evidence. So
Well,
I'm not,
I mean,
I'm not asking you to even provide any. I'm just saying that I'm not going to make the judgment one way or the other, whether it's true or untrue. But I would like to ask you something. So you had said that you think the body count doesn't matter because obviously a woman who's really experienced is going to give a man the best fuck of his life, right?
Yeah.
So that you would say specifically to all of your OnlyFans people that most certainly could not be you.
I mean, yeah, but I had friends that tell me that.
Yeah, I know. So, but it most certainly could not be you.
What do you mean?
Well, because you're a virgin.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a high body count, you can't give a man the best
No, but
of
I'm
their
sure I
life.
can learn that.
Yeah, but
I was talking
whoa,
about.
hang on. Back up. I just want to make sure I got this right. You say high body count equals being able to give a man the best fuck of his life, right? You have
No,
hang
the
on.
best head.
Okay, best head. You have zero body count, right? So then you would tell all of your OnlyFans subscribers you most certainly could not do that, right?
I mean, yeah, but I can learn if they'll teach me.
Oh, okay.
But it's not about to meet
Cha-ching.
personal.
No, it's not.
Cha-ching.
Right. So I mean, all roads lead to
The Gluck Gluck.
lead to grift, right?
Lead to the Gluck Gluck Queen, actually.
well, I mean, this is frustrating to me insofar as
What kind of content on the OnlyFans?
It's all solo content.
Yeah, nothing else.
I swear to God.
Okay.
you do post nudes though,
I
correct?
do.
Okay, full nudes.
Yep.
You know, there's sort of like the pipeline of being involved in this sort of stuff. And while it is conceivable or possible that a woman could be a drug user, be diagnosed with bipolar, BPD, do graphic content on OnlyFans, for her to also remain a virgin is highly unlikely. It's possible, but highly unlikely. But what's frustrating is I do think you're lying. And so
About which part?
the fact that you're a virgin, it's just so unlikely that given all these other things, it's kind of like,
I would eat my own shoe.
there's a specific term for it, but it's like, you know, most people, you know, there's like these gateway drugs or whatever. Like most people aren't immediately jumping to like shooting. Like they'll probably, maybe they drank first at a young age. Maybe they did marijuana, you know, this idea of the gateway drug, whatever. And then they get into harder substances. And it's like, well, you've already kind of gone beyond. It's like, it's just, what you're telling us is like, I shoot black tar heroin, but I've never smoked marijuana. It's kind of dubious. Like you've jumped to pretty far in terms of your other life circumstances, because when you hear other people who have very similar life circumstances, it typically involves some degree of sexual promiscuity too.
Okay, and you're gonna disagree with me because I do OnlyFans, and so you're gonna say I have no respect for my body, but I still have respect for my virginity because it's who I allow inside of my body.
Are you straight, or you said you're bi?
I'm bi.
Do you
I
prefer
guess.
men or women?
Men.
So you've had, I'm just curious, you've had sex with women though.
Yes, but it was towards me. I didn't do anything.
So like you received.
So I feel like I'm experimenting, but at the same time, I don't know.
So you're saying you received oral from
Yeah.
a woman, but you've not received oral from a man,
No.
despite being in at least two long-term relationships with men.
No, because they respected it, but clearly not because I got cheated on.
Respected what?
That I didn't want to sleep with them.
So you're waiting till marriage?
Not really. I'm waiting till I feel like I'm ready. I still don't feel like I'm ready to have sex.
But you're ready to post your nude photograph online
That's
for.
me, myself, and I. That's my body.
It's just the way to survive.
I mean, you're free to make the choice. I do think this whole thing is suspect. I don't know if it's. I'm almost inclined to see if there's any people who know you who are watching,
Okay.
who would get in touch with me and
From the hard streets of Broward County.
tell me if this is true or not. So I don't know if there's any people watching who know you. I just think it's super suspect.
Well, I posted it on my story, so I'm sure people can talk to you if I'm lying.
Okay, all right. It just also Andrew kind of investigated this claim a little too. You said surely a high body count is desirable for most guys because you can give him the best Gluck of his life. I mean, this doesn't seem to correspond with somebody who saying something like this does not seem to correspond with somebody who's a virgin.
No, because I wrote it as a joke. I had nothing for that question.
Yeah, but when I had inquired about it, you said, no, but I could learn.
mean,
So
like
the
that.
second it moved towards the idea that, okay, the claim of I could do this great thing for you, which I could see how that could be very appealing for somebody who had like OnlyFans simps, right? I could do this great thing for you. But then the second it's kind of pushed back against to say, well, wait, if you're a virgin, you've never engaged in that by your criteria, you couldn't do this perfect thing. It would be some other OnlyFans creator who'd be able to do this perfect thing that would
Yeah.
embody your fantasy. The instant pushback is like, no, I could learn. And so you can see from my perspective, I don't have enough clear evidence to say that you're telling the truth or not telling the truth. I only have enough clear evidence to say that the response based on the fact that there could be monetary damage to your reputation on OnlyFans, of
Why?
you not being the one who can fulfill that fantasy for whatever simp may perhaps want the fantasy of the woman who gives the best Gluck Gluck. When we disclude you from the Gluck Gluck, you're very quick to say that you're ready to learn the Gluck Gluck.
No, I'm saying
From your
I
subscribers.
would.
From your subscriber, right?
Yeah.
That's all
I
I'm
didn't
saying.
say from my
You
subscribers.
said that they can teach you.
You can teach
Yes,
you.
a
They
man
can teach you.
can teach me whether.
Well, we were specifically talking about
Okay.
you. And you said, well, they can teach me. So
Well, they can.
But babe, you're doing only solo content, right? You're doing only solo content. Solo content, she's sitting in front of the camera and this is all what she's doing. And I think she started doing it at 10 years old, you know? I mean, like, that's it. She's not obliged to make someone come. She just sitting in front of the camera, making herself come. That is what is solo content, if you guys never know.
it's good to know. Thank you.